The Biden administration wanted to give 9/11 mastermind Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and his henchmen a plea deal. Biden's own Secretary of Defense, Lloyd Austin, tried to block the plea deal, but his attempt was foiled by a Pentagon appeals court. Now, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed and his associates were behind the attacks that murdered 3,000 people and changed America and the world as we know it. But the U.S. Court of Military Commissions says that Austin has no control over certain deals made. With a terrorist attack just striking our nation in New Orleans, it seems like a slap in the face to the families of the dead and all Americans. Why is this military judge or any court trying to show leniency to these kinds of men? And another point of contention, what's going on in the U.S. military that service members are now carrying out terror attacks? Here to discuss all of this, our next guest, Jonathan T. Gilliam, former Navy SEAL and federal agent. Jonathan, welcome back.
Good to be with you. It is strange. Strange to see that these two attacks that we're talking about all day, every day, that happened in New Orleans and in Las Vegas were done by two Army veterans, one a Special Forces veteran, and then this court system that you're bringing up that virtually no one knows anything about. I could not even begin to name who the judges are or how this system works, and yet they're deciding over the Secretary of Defense what happens with the 9/11 attackers. I mean, this is unbelievable that they're able to make these decisions. So it makes me wonder if this is yet another location that the left has secreted their ideological tentacles into and have placed these people there.
And clearly the military court is so radical, even Biden's own DOD secretary is not going along with it. I found it interesting that there was this split between the Secretary of Defense and the administration he serves on this matter in particular.
Yeah, and first of all, that's very telling because Lloyd Austin isn't the most conservative guy in the world, and he's loyal to Biden like a small puppy. You know, it's like ridiculous. You would never have thought that guy swore an oath to the Constitution. You just think he swore an oath to Biden, and yet he does not see this as right. And I find this entire thing so distressing that, first of all, why are these individuals still alive? They should have been tried in a military court, and if they were convicted, they should have been sentenced to death for what they did. We have allowed our military now in so many ways to become so leftist and liberal that even down there, the defense attorneys walk around like they are kings and queens down there, and they're all activists. All of them are activists that work down there as the defense attorneys, and they pretty much set the standard for all this and run it like it's a civilian court, and it is not. It's not a civilian court.
No, you're absolutely right, and we've evolved to a system, and the military court system is particularly scary because they don't necessarily operate under the formal decrees of the Constitution. They seem to operate outside of it sometimes, and the lack of transparency there is a problem. But two, this trend over the last few decades of treating the enemy combatant as someone who has the same rights as a U.S. citizen. And that has been a marked trend. We've seen it at the Supreme Court level, and we've seen it in the handling of the various Guantanamo Bay cases. This instinct to treat terrorists as people who have the same rights as an American is insulting for those who actually look into it.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.